Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys, as well as I will discuss the ticker symbols I mentioned this morning. And usually all I'm looking for every single day, I'm looking for stocks to give us 5 to 10% on a good day. On a great day, 10 to 20%, and home runs are 20% and beyond. So we went 3 for 3 today, all giving us home runs. If that's something that interests you, you can join us over at the Discord. The link is down below, and slots are filling up pretty quickly, guys. We're 100 plus members already, and all looking to learn and grow together collectively as a community, and also looking to maximize profits and minimize losses. We got a great community of smart, intelligent investors all together. And if you want to become part of that, we look forward to having you join us. Let me just show you a sneak peek on one of the stocks I mentioned this morning. So CLCP, I mentioned it and it was sitting at around 170 when I sent out that message, right? That I was watching that stock this morning. Well, it turns out to be, no one knew this, right? I didn't even know this at all. I was just going off of technicals and looking at the charts, and it looked like it had volume, but no one knew this was going to be 100+% gainer in the day, number one. And number two, no one knew this was going to be the most traded stock of the day. I mean, 600 million in total. Now, the stock was sitting at 170. It pulled back to 153, hitting that low, and it ran up to a high here of 343, okay? 343, 344, that was 120% plus gain on the day from the moments I mentioned it. So anywhere from 90 to 120% if someone rode this all the way. Now, did I ride it all the way and did everyone in the community ride it all the way? I certainly can't agree with that or confirm that, because most of them posted their earnings. If you guys join, you'll see in the profits section those that took a chance on this one and did their research and due diligence, because just because I'm watching it doesn't mean you need to act upon it, okay? That's very important. This is not financial advice or anything like that of that sort, and I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just sharing what I'm watching, and usually what I'm watching is something that I'm looking to obtain a certain percentage from daily. It's not guaranteed, but it is something I aim for. So this right here turned out to be a great opportunity to look for anything above 20%, and anything below 50% was a great way to lock in profits than just wait through the whole process. I mean, as an investor, you would have to analyze the situation and make a decision. I mean, if you rode it all the way up on the 1 minute chart when things started to look a little hesitant here, you know, this whole part up here is irrelevant to locking in the gains that are already realized. So it's all about strategy, but that's not the point of this video, and I'm not here to tell you how to, strategize this. If not, I'm just here to share with you guys one of our opportunities that turned out today. So that's something that interests you. The link is down below, and we look forward to having you join us. So here we are, VXRT, Vaxart Inc. So this has been very volatile, and now it's pulling downwards, okay? It's losing strength, and I want investors to be aware of some things. So our support here is 818. If that gets broken through, you want to watch this carefully and see how quickly it's hitting newer lows. If it's pulling further away from the 50-day moving average, we're getting deeper into bearish territory. And our resistance up here is 922, guys. Anything below the 50-day moving average, even though this resistance gets broken through, we're still in bearish territory. And this does not signify that the bulls have gained control. This is a stepping stone to know where momentum is going and getting closer to the 50-day moving average. But the 50-day moving average certainly is important, and that's 950. I would use that point as the true resistance to see if the bulls can turn that into a support, pull away from it to reach newer highs, and get deeper into bullish territory. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post, share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to smash the like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Stay tuned on in. All I'm asking for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time, and I'm going to share with you guys the stocks that we mentioned this morning that I was watching, and a ticker symbol you may want to add to your watch list. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys today is one that I talked about before, and I really like the way it's been being up, and it's a great time to be watching it now more than ever. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we jump into these charts, may the 4th be with you. So here we are. These are the stocks that I watch every single morning, and if you want to get access to that, you can join us over at the Discord. The link is down below. You'll gain access to 100+ members in our community that are smart, intelligent investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So let's go ahead and look at this, and if you want to become part of it, you are more than welcome to join us. The tiers and slots are filling up pretty quickly, and we look forward to having you join us. So HBP, right? I was about to say PB, but HBP was probably one of our worst performing. So it was currently sitting at 510 when I talked about it, and I stated it needed volume, okay? And when I talk about these stocks, it's not like that's the entry or that's the best price or that's the point. No. You just want to watch it, right? Because I'm watching it too. And it basically dropped to 490 and a low here of even 480. But right after that, it took off and hit a high of 586, a whole entire dollar. So this was a 20+ gainer, okay? This was our worst performing of the day. Then we have BLRX, which I went ahead and mentioned in the pre-market as well, right here. And it was jumping and pulling back at the time, so I was watching it carefully going into the market, and it had jumped because of positive results on phase 3 trial. It was currently sitting at 497. So 497 was pretty close to the point where it hit a low here of 480 before the pre-market ended, and then once it opened, it hit 475. So it dropped a few cents after that, and then right after that, it took off to $6 and some change. So this one had a big reaction. Then it pulled back again, giving another opportunity there of another 20 to 30% jump, okay? So yeah, this was one of those that gave 30+%, and right there, right off the bat, it was almost 50% from that drop there, but it was around 30 to 40+% within that area. So this was our second best player of the day of the stocks I was watching, right? Just because I'm watching it doesn't mean you need to act upon it, but you get access to seeing the stocks I watch every day. And every single day, I'm looking for 5 to 10%, and anything above that is great or a home run. And we hit home runs today all throughout. We went 3 for 3. And this was the best performing. A lot of the investors posted in the profits section. So if you join us, you'll see how many investors acted upon this and how it went for them. But this was one of those that early on, since I tell every single investor and viewer, all I'm looking for is 5 to 10%, and I've made videos endlessly talking about 10 to 20% is great, 20% plus is a home run, and as soon as you're in the 20s, 30%, you know, it's up to me, right, when I'm an investor to take profits, and it's the same thing for you guys. But a lot of investors have started to realize that sometimes it's better to just lock in those profits than wait and see hopelessly and start losing it. So those that locked in profits, it turned out very well for them. And if you join us, you'll see it in the profits section. It was about 4 different investors, I think, or 4+, that actually had a great experience with this one. So I talked about this one early on, and it was sitting at 170 when I talked about it. Let's go ahead and look at that right here. So it basically was jumping on news from the previous day. I couldn't find any news today on it. So I guess the news started to reach investors and institutional investors or retail investors attention, and it was sitting at 170 when I saw it. And right there we see a dip. It hit a low of 153, and after that it took off. This stock from 153 to where it's at right now, it 2x'd, okay? This was 100+% gainer once that jump happened, but within just minutes there was the opportunity right there to make anywhere from 20 to 40%, even upwards to 50 to 60%, even 70% at these highs. So these are the opportunities we look for in the Invest for Tomorrow community. You're more than welcome to join us. Today we went 3 for 3, all of them hitting home runs. Anything above 20% is a home run, 10 to 20% is a great day, and 5 to 10% is the realistic expectation and really all I'm looking for every single day I trade. So if you want to become an investor that has an opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses and learn through what I'm watching, you're more than welcome to. But just because I'm watching it doesn't mean you need to act upon it. I do want you guys to be aware of that. So what's the ticker symbol to add to your watch list? The ticker symbol I talked about last week, and I want every single investor and viewer to keep in mind, is Ford, guys. Ford had taken a beating, and it's getting close again to those lows after those lows of earnings back on the 29th, and then it kind of bounced right back up. So it's kind of sitting around that area. The closer it gets to $11, the more interesting. If it falls below it, I'll have to reconsider and reanalyze it, and that's something I would tell you to do as well. But do research and do your due diligence and check out what's going on overall in the market, because this is part of the S&P 500 index, and the S&P 500 index, we can see what happens. So the Ford stock here, F stock, is definitely one to watch and move with, because the opportunities might be in front of us or might be to come, right? And this stock does have potential because they have stakes in EV companies, and they're working their way into the EV sector. That's going to allow them to have a piece of the pie of the future revenue of the shift in the way the EV sector will impact the car industry. So Ford Motors has a chance. It is a blue chip stock. It went from being a penny stock to obviously over $10 this year, from last year to this year. And this stock has potential. I mean, if you look up analysis ratings and articles, there's very bullish outlooks. But this is the best time to watch it, especially after an overreaction of it dropping a total amount of $1.30. And if it drops a little bit more, that's a big move for Ford. It's a very slow mover, but when it moves, it moves. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.